What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So, something happening today. They have released the full Chiling Ring English set. There's 55 cards cut and especially about next English sets. We're posted on Poke Beach. So yeah, shout out to Poke Beach for always posting the new sets, stuff like that. So today we're gonna go over the new set that's coming out in June 18th, one day before my birthday, and 233 cards. That is a lot of cards. We're just going to kind of skim through them. I haven't seen any of the cards from this set, so we're just kind of looking at them together. 55 cards have been cut from our English set. It includes Archidavosh, Dragon's Vote, and there's Dragon's Vote VMAX. There's so many new Pokemon. I have no idea how to say their names. No regular foil cards cut from English set. Our next English after this in August will be Evolving Skies, which would definitely be a Rayquaza set, most likely. Yeah, so let's just start looking through it. There's a bunch of stuff here that predicts what's going to be in the future sets and different, I think, like different sets coming up. But let's look at the set list. Let's see if we can look at anything. Weedle's pretty generic. Kakuna, it's generic. Beedrill. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any special energies to it, it's now knocked out. So an auto knockout has special energies. Too bad it's a stage 2. Maybe it was like a stage 1. Ladybye, Lady those are not pretty good. Heracross. Okay, so Celebi, look at there. Celebi V. Attach any number of grass energy from your hand to your Pokemon any way you like, so you can manipulate grass energies. They have to be in your hand, unfortunately, not search from your deck. It'd be cool if you could like search like 10 grass energy to attach it, or 5 from your deck and attach it. Slashback 60 switches when you bench Pokemon, so you could play like a hit and run style deck with Celebi V. Also, there's a VMAX. Well, that's pretty cool. Once 33 may heal 20 damage for each of your grass Pokemon. Can you do this like multiple Celebi VMAX? Like, if you have like 2 or 3 VMAXs in play, can you heal like 60 a turn? Max Plant does 130. Search deck for 2 Pokemon, put in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Oh, man. I wish Celebi VMAX was better. Like, the healing is kind of okay. It kind of reminds me of like Shaman, Level X. But yeah, unfortunate. 130. Describing 2 Pokemon is not very good. If anything, you play this guy more than the VMAX just because you have the slashback option. Sit 60 and switch it. You can send him like a doll or something. Snover 60. Bomb of Snow. As long as Pokemon is in play, the max HP of your single-trade Pokemon, including Bomb Snow, is increased by 50. Okay, well, it's only about once. So, but an extra 50 could be a bunch. Could be. Could be somewhat decent. Deerling, Salzbuck. Does 160 if you have a stadium in play. Bunsweet, Steenstein, Sereni, Grookey. Is this Grookey good? No, unfortunately. Thwackey, 30 damage, discard a card. That could be a little better. Discarding a random card could maybe something good. Needs 2 energies. Rillaboom, 6 damage, heal 30. There's a Zarude. Search day for grass Pokemon villain, put in your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you go second, your first turn, you search for 3 grass Pokemon instead. So you can find like a super call for family if you want to. Probably still not good. There's a Blaziken that does 50, 210, discard 2 fire energy. The problem with Blaziken is we lose Welder going to the new format. Blaziken VMAX, 60 damage, 50 Pokemon can retreat. Max Blaze 130. Attach energy from your discard pile to 2 of your bench Rapid Strike Pokemon. So that's pretty nice. You can like play with Twin Energy and then like power up your Rapid Strike Pokemon to the bench if you want to. You could maybe play like a weird like Urshifu deck or something and power like Urshifu's on the bench or something. So, but even then, like fire and fighting, like does that combo like help each other? Like if this was like a Psychic type Pokemon, then maybe it'd be really cool to see and like do 260 to a Psychic Pokemon or something like that. But maybe there's some kind of combination you can power up Rapid Strike Pokemon that I'm not aware of just yet. The only one that comes to mind right now is, of course, going to be Urshifu's because that's the biggest one. But there might be some other ones that we don't play right now. Oh, look at that. They're bringing back cast forms. Those are pretty cool. If you have 8 or more Stadium cards in your discard pile, ignore all energy attacks this time. Oh, yeah, discard 8 in them, and you could use any attack. So there's probably some kind of gimmick of like some cast form deck. I imagine since we got the fire, there's a bunch of different ones. 150, you may discard a Stadium card and play to use this attack. So not only do you have to have 8 in the discard pile, but you have to discard 1 as well. Alright, there's a Larvesto, Volcarona, 50, 170. Once again, we're losing Welder, so it's like not even playable to begin with, but not even with Welder, it's gonna be even worse. Volcanium V, 100 damage. Pokemon has 10 more damage counter. This act does 150 more damage, so 250. V has 100 damage on him, but 220 HP, weak to water. I can't see that being good at all, unfortunately. There's another Cinderace. I know Cinderace already has some playability. This Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. So it could be really good if your opponent's taking like 5 prize cards. You do 300 damage, which is pretty nice for 2 energies. And you can play with the other Cinderace. It could be really something really cool to do. Lapras, searching for 2 Melanie cards. Reveal them, put in your hand. What are Melanie cards? I don't know. Ice damage 50. Opponent's not asleep. Alright, we have to find what Melanie cards are because I have no idea what that means. Flip a coin if heads, discard energy. Okay, not very good. 2-hit KO. The defending Pokemon takes damage from your Rapid Strike Pokemon during next turn. It is knocked out. But if they like retreat or anything, then it doesn't work anymore. So that's not good at all, unfortunately. Let's see. Delibird. Show this Pokemon card attached to your deck. Then show your deck, put in your hand. So basically, you just like guaranteed a card for a twin energy. Here's another cast form. So we got this cast form thing going on. 8 more stadium cards. This deck does 20 damage each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Just be able to like start putting 20 everywhere. There's also a snowy form. There's rain, and here's snow. 120. This Pokemon can't use Frost, Typhoon during the next turn. Once again, I don't know how big fire is going to be, so that could be unfortunate, like coming at the wrong time. Frost last. When turn you may place some. You search this for water energy attached to one of your Pokemon. So you can power yourself up. Only do a 90 though, not a lot, especially with 90 HP. I guess if you're constantly doing 90 over and over again, like putting the pressure on, it could be somewhat decent, but 90 just doesn't seem like enough nowadays, right? Spheal, Cilio, Walrein, and Terrible. I mean, you can, like, 160 Paralyze, but we lose Stamp, so you only have Marnie. Like, we had Stamped format, and you can, like, stamp them and, like, put them in a bad turn or something, so unfortunately we lost Stamp, so you can't do any cool plays like that. 120, return energy from this Pokemon to your hand, so you just put energy back in your hand. This could be somewhat good, just like a basic Pokemon that does 120. It could be going like the concept I said earlier, you're just like doing 120 all over again. Even then, it's probably not too good. So I think this Sobble is going to replace the old Sobble that we had. Just because this one's going to search for 3 Rapid Strike Pokemon and then shuffle your deck. So this is going to find other Rapid Strike Pokemon, which is going to be really, really good, especially with the Drizzle and Inteleon. But this Inteleon will probably be played with the other Inteleon that lets you search for cards. Once during a turn, you place 2 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon. So, like, it's like Decidueye, you put it down and you do 2 damage counters, which is pretty good. It could be the difference of taking a knockout and not a knockout. Then you like scoop up net back up and then like put down the Drizzle, search for a card, put down the Inteleon and do damage. Or, of course, find cards if you want to. It's pretty nice. We have a Rapid Strike Urshifu that is not a V or VMAX, so that's pretty cool to see, but pretty terrible. So Ice Rider Calyrex V. Okay, look at that guy. Guy riding a ice unicorn. So Glacial Lance, 200, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. That's pretty good. Just straight 200 for a V. Even then, it'd be in a VMAX. Of course, you play this with Frostmoth. It could be really good. And then the VMAX, it does 10 damage. This act does 30 more damage for each opponent's bench Pokemon. So not that... It's not that good, I would think, right? So, like, does 30 more damage each... So, max, you're doing 160 with that. So, I mean, this one definitely seems a little better already. Let's see what the other attack does. Max Lance does 10. You may discard the 2 energy cards from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 120 more damage for each card you discard in this way. So the max you're doing is 250. Which, once again, does he have free retreat? He does not. He has 2. You have Air Balloon still, so you can like Air Balloon in the Cheryl. Oh, that could be really good. Like, you're just like sniping, you're doing damage. Or not doing damage, you're just like doing 240 every single turn. You get Cheryl, Frostmoth to a new Ice Rider, Calyrex, VMAX. Such a long name. Why not just Calyrex VMAX? I have no idea. But yeah, with that, with Frostmoth and Capacious Bucket and stuff like that, it seems really good. And there's probably other water Pokemon that are really good with it as well. Maybe you put the Inteleon Drizzle line with it, right? So you're doing 260 with the pings or something. Hey, there we go. We're starting to build our deck already. So maybe water is like in a good place now. What's his weakness? Weakness is metal. Just metal. Well, unfortunately, you still have Zashi in format, and I imagine Zashi is still going to be a really good attack. So like, you do one shot them, so that is something to notate. But they knock you out and they take 3 prize cards because you're a VMAX. A little scary, I'm not gonna lie. So kind of iffy on this guy. Depends on how much like Zacian is still played. I imagine a straight Zacian is still gonna be like really good. I guess you could play weakness, energy thing, whatever. There's Ampharos. That's terrible. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh, here you go. Just Spark Rush. 92 flip until you get tail. Okay. You may touch a lightning. Zero aura does 100. If you have any other rapid strike, you use it attack during your last turn. Does 160. So 100 then 160 could be pretty nice. Lightning color, so it's not too hard to power up. So it could be an interesting thing for sure. Especially since Aurora Energy is still around, you can play some kind of thing like that. We do lose Coco, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be kind of hard to power this guy up. You can play like a Twin Energy Rapid Strike deck or something, right? So, could be something cool to do, like as a backup attacker, right? Do 100 and 160 to a bench. It could be pretty nice. Slowpoke, but that's it. Where's the other guys at? I don't know. Why is he Galarian? Isn't Slowpoke already Psychic? So why is Galarian there? I don't know. Haunter, so 10. Willow was 30. Gengar, oh man, please have a cool ability. When this Pokemon is knocked out by damage opponent's attack, you may search check for 2 cards and put them in your hand. I thought we were going to flip a coin if heads are knocked out. Oh man. Pain Burst does 10. This attack does 40 damage each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So, I guess they have a bunch. You could potentially do something, but eh. Alright, Galarian Articuno V. Once your turn, we discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, draw a card. So, discard 2, draw 1. Seems pretty bad. 110. Okay, that's a pretty terrible card, unfortunately. Alright, come on. Gardevoir's got to be good, right? Gardevoir has always been good. Look at this. Search check for 3 Pokemon named Curly and put them on your bench. The Curly is busted, right? We're going to set up Pokemon with Curly. We're going to search for 3 Curly and put them on our bench. That's phenomenal. Arcana Shine. Once during your turn, we look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose any number of basic energy you find there and attack them to your Pokemon you like. Put the other cards into your hand. That's pretty good. And then Brainwave does 60 damage. Attack does 31 damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. So I mean, like, it powers itself up. Like, Gardevoir is like self-powering itself up. And then you can play cards like EXP Share to pick up other psychic energies, which is pretty cool. Maybe put Horror Energy, maybe Twin Energy could be something you could put in this deck. But 60 plus 30, maybe it was like 100 plus 30. Then you do like 190 for 3 energies. It does power itself up, right? Because look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1, you find there into Pokemon, yeah, and maybe you get like Aura Guru and energy on top. It definitely has like super playability. Just because this Curly lets you search for 3 Pokemon named Curly and put them to your bench, like, be able to get 4 Curly out turn 2, they knock out 1, you evolve into 3 Gardevoir, and then like you start using, Brainwave and put like another routes out, maybe get Curly back, play some rods or something. It definitely seems like roguish. I don't think it's going to be like super like tier 1, but it could be a lot of fun for sure. Shuppet does 20. Bayonet, 20 damage, puts the same damage counter. Okay, it's pretty bad. Gracelia. Ooh, this is pretty nice. Search your deck for a Psychic Energy, attach one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. If you go second on your first turn, you may attach 3 Psychic Energy to one of your Pokemon instead. Ooh, that could power up our Gardevoir. But then they like boss up your Ralts and just like destroy it. Oh man. Oh, it does 90 more damage if it has a tool card attached to it. 190 spin. Okay. So Swirlix, Slurpuff, NK, Malamar. Oh, this is pretty. It's pretty bad, but like 1 energy does 40 damage times the amount of Rapid Strike cards you show, and then you shuffle them to your deck. Could play a super Rapid Strike deck. I mean, you have so many options, like this guy, and then what other Rapid Strike cards there are. There's probably a million of them that I just don't know, but you could potentially do a ton of them if you can get your hand pretty full. Interesting. There's a Hatterene, Hatterini, Look at that guy. Hatterini. What is that Pokemon? I have no idea. What's your theory? You may switch Pokemon with one of your bench, then have your opponent switch to active. Okay, so it's like a Pokemon circulator almost, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Shadow Man is 10. Your opponent can play special energy cards or stadium cards during the next turn. That's actually pretty good. Oh, so there's a Psychic Shadow. So there's a Shadow Rider Calyrex. And then there's the... What is this one up here? There's the Ice Rider. Ooh, they're the same guys, but they're different. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. This one definitely looks cooler. Your opponent can't play any special energies or stadium cards from your hand during the next turn. Busted. That's pretty good. Put 5 different cards. Yeah, okay, that's pretty bad. Underworld Door. That's a pretty cool name. What's during your turn? You may attach a Psychic Energy from your hand to one of your bench Psychic Pokemon that then draw 2. Whoa. So you can, like, you have this, like, I'm going to power accelerate my Pokemon and draw 2 cards? What? That's pretty good. Does 10 damage, attack does 30 damage for each Psychic Energy attached to your Pokemon in play. Whoa. You can play this, like, EXP share, get a bunch of energies in the field. You can play Twin Energy, like, attach one, and then start, like, spreading the damage. Because, like, can you do this for as many Shadow Riders you have in play? Is this a deck already? It has to be a deck, right? This seems pretty good. It's weak to Dark, though, which is unfortunate. Like, I imagine Eternatus is everywhere. So that's the only thing I'm kind of scared about. But being able to, like, accelerate Psychic Energies, not only to Shadow Rider itself, but to other Pokemon, could be pretty busted. We don't really have any, like, Psychic support outside of, like, Malamar from Expanded. So that could be really good. Just, like, attaching Psychic Energies and, like, drawing 2 cards is going to be really, really good. 320 HP. He's not really going to get one shot unless you're playing against Dark or something. So it's pretty nice. I do like that card a lot, actually. All right, Diglett, the trio. Yeah, is this the best card so far? Probably. The trio, just because you can, like, attach and draw cards. That seems pretty good. Oh, so there's a card coming up that I know is pretty good. This guy right here. For each of Pokemon V your opponent has played, this tax Pokemon cost is colorless less. So if they have 3 Pokemon of V in play, they just need a single fighting energy. And then you do Thunderclap Kick, it does 170. Before doing any damage, discard special energy from your opponent's act Pokemon, which means you do 340, which means you one-shot Eternatus VMAX. So, will this card, like, scare Eternatus VMAX enough to where you don't see this? Because you can just put, like, a Roar Energy in your deck, and then you can easily just counter Eternatus if you want to. Like, that seems pretty good. Like, this card itself just, like, says, okay, sorry, Eternatus, you're not looking good. Oh, there's a Gallade. It's questionable. It's like the 6 damage times amount of opponent's V Pokemon in play. So, like, we're getting, like, with the rotation, we'll definitely just have V Pokemon in play. I don't think there's any more GXs that I'm aware of, unless I'm missing something. But 60, if there's, like, 5 on the field, if there's 6 on the field, you do 360, which is pretty good. 5, you do 300. So you can easily punish your opponent's Pokemon if they have a bunch of Pokemon V in play. So this actually might be, like, another viable Gardevoir Gallade deck that we'll see. Oh, man, I can't wait. There is a Galarian Renogarus. This Pokemon, your action is damaged by opponent's VMAX. Put damage counters on that. Oh, wow. So, like, if they smack this guy, no matter how much they do, they get smacked back. 120 HP, though, so they can, like, soften up pretty easily. I wonder what you would pair him with, is my thing. Not sure. That's pretty bad. There's a Lycanroc. It does 80 and the 10 more damage for each single strike Pokemon in your discard pile. It feels like 30 times, then I think this would be better. But 80 plus 10 for each single strike Pokemon in your discard pile is probably really bad. There's Passimian. All your Rapid Strike Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's Pokemon, to your opponent's bench Pokemon in GX. So you Snipemore with Urshifu. Mew is leaving, so that is something pretty cool. There's Sandaconda VMAX, which is 180 straight up. That's pretty bad. Graplot. If your Pokemon's okay. Treecall. So we're super retreating now. What does this guy look like? Okay. So basically, means your tree cost is increased by 2. It could be played in stalled decks, maybe. Probably not. It's probably still terrible, right? Cup Fu's pretty bad. There's a coughing, a new wheezing. Doesn't really do that much. For each dark energy you have attached to your Pokemon, I guess Smog Burst has potential of doing a ton of damage if you have like 10 energies, but then you're still only doing 200, which is not that good. There's a new Galarian Wheezing. Each basic dark energy attached to your Pokemon with the Wheezing in its name provides double dark. You can't apply more than one energy factor ability at a time. So does this mean like each Wheezing gets a double dark, or does this mean like you only apply this to one Wheezing? If it's every Wheezing gets this, then you play like this double like Wheezing Galarian Wheezing combination, and it could be really good because you could play like 4 Galarian Wheezing and 4 Wheezing in your deck because they have different names. And each basic dark energy attached to your Pokemon with Wheezing as name provides 2 dark energy. You can't apply more than 1 energy factor ability at a time. I imagine this means you can't like stack it, so like 1 energy doesn't count as 4 on a Wheezing. If every Wheezing got 2 energies, then this like Smog Burst could be really good actually. If you can get like a bunch of energy in play EXP share. I know I've said EXP share a lot, but it definitely is a really good card. There's a look at this, a Dark Moltres. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Once during the turn, we test a dark energy from this compound's Pokemon. You can't use more than that, whatever. 190 does 30 to itself. That's bad. There is a Galarian Slowking. Once during the turn, we choose choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. If a Pokemon has restored 90, if Tails plays 3. It's bad. There is a Galarian Slowking VMAX. Look at that monster. 10 damage. Opponent's active Pokemon is not poisoned. During poison check, put 12 damage counters on instead of 1. Wow. You imagine an expanded, you play those like Burbank City Gym, you can play those like Vipers and stuff like that, and then you Toxicroaks as well. Wow, you could potentially maybe do like 200 damage turn with this card. That seems like a lot of fun expanded, right? So you do 12 damage counters on the Pokemon instead of 1, plus 3 for Verbeek, so up to 150. Then you can add some Vipers to it, and maybe put 4, that's a 190. And yeah, so maybe 190 is the max you could do. So Toxicroak, that is more. No, Dragapult makes it where you can't retreat. Toxicroak is 2 between turns. Maybe Toxicroak's what you'll play instead. Interesting. The defending Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's next turn. I just missed that. That could be something really useful if you play like Dragalge Engine I was talking about, because if you play Dragalge, they can't retreat or they're poisoned, and you play like lasers or something. There's a new Quillfish, our mascot. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon is damaged by an attack from opponents, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. 6 damage counters. Do you play Rocky Helmet? They do 8. That's still bad. We'll see if we play it or not. Spiritomb. Okay. Leopard V. I don't think we've ever had a good Leopard. Once during your turn, when you place Pokemon from your hand to your bench, you may discard Tool Card. That's terrible. There's a Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede, Single Striker Shifu. Once again, it's cool that we've seen like single strikes in play. There's Aaron, Laren, Aggron, reduced by 30. Ground Split does 240 and does 30 to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Dude, you can just one-shot a Zacian with this guy. Oh, there's a Metagross VMAX. Oh, this makes me happy. Search it for 2 cards and put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Does 100 during the next turn. Does 150 more damage. Never mind. Not happy anymore. I was happy. I was like, oh, there's my guy. Just kidding. He's pretty bad. Porygon Z, we got some new crazy codes still going on. Once during the turn, attach energy from your hand to this Pokemon. You may leave your opponent's active Pokemon confused. There's a new Blissey V. Oh, right. When you attach energy from your hand to this Pokemon, remove all special conditions. Blissey Bomber does 10 damage, so it's 1 energy. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. After you do damage, you may attach up to 3 energy cards from this compiled to this Pokemon. Wow, this is like the old school Blissey. That was really good. That played fire energies and stuff like that. You can play this with Porygon. Is Porygon still around? Does it rotate? Oh man, does it rotate? I don't know. Welder rotates too, so you can't Welder to it. Oh man. I can't remember. Is Porygon Crazy Code still around or not? If it is, then you just like put a bunch of energies to it. You know, still being able to attach like 3 more energies to this guy is pretty good. 250 is pretty good. Like that's a pretty good basic HP amount. Weak to fighting. I don't think fighting's that big right now. So Blissey V could be like pretty good. Just play 4 Blissey V and just like power it up, and then you just like start taking some knockouts. If you play Porygon Z, then you can power it up even more. You can like set up with like Snorlax and Gordon dies and draw a bunch of cards. That seems really nice. Hey, another cast form. I kind of forgot about this. Does 80 damage, draw cards. You have 6 in your hand. Okay. This Pokemon at the same time is baking. Okay, so you just make a Kecleon. Oh my goodness, there is a Shaman. Too bad it's not the good Shaman. Why do we always have the bad Shaman? It's still a Shaman though, my boy. We always leave him out. Gotta. Anyways, Sky Return. Oh my goodness, Sky Return. Really, we're gonna reprint a card. It's literally the EX, but in not an EX form. You may draw. You have 6 cards in your hand. 30. You may return all cards. It's basically the EX, but without the ability. That's what's happening. That's what they did. They did that. They did that. It's right here. I literally have one right here. There's one right here. See, it's this guy. It's literally this one. Unfortunate. They said, you know what, we banned the card, but we'll reprint it in a terrible way. Unfortunate. There's a Tornadus. Okay. 20 of the stadium card play does 20 more. Blast Hammer does 180, discard energy. There's the VMAX, does 60. 120 stadium card play does 120, then discard the stadium. 240, if it needed 3 energies, then maybe it's somewhat good. It kind of reminds me of Tornadus. Just a regular Tornadus from like Black and White a little bit. Find a Friend. Squovit. Greedent. Yo, this card's actually pretty busted. Prevent all effects of your opponent's items and supporter cards that would discard energy from your opponent or return energy. So this like basically negates Crushing Hammer. Like this says, hey, Crushing Hammer does not work. Alright, so that's all the Pokemon. Now on to trainer cards. Agatha, move 3 damage counters. Avery, draw 3 cards, and your opponent discards their bench Pokemon until they have 3. Brawly, search for 3 Rapid Strike basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. That's actually pretty cool, being able to find, like, set up your Rapid Strike guys if you're a fan of Rapid Strike. Caitlyn, put as many cards from your hand as you like on the bottom of your deck in the order, then draw a card for each card you put. Okay, this is a reprint. Is it Caitlyn? Is it like the original? Is that what Caitlyn? Yeah, it's the same card, right? Yeah. Same card, 100%. That's pretty cool. They made a reprint. This is an older card. Can we play the older Caitlyn? It'd be pretty cool if we could. Anyways, Crushing Gloves. Attach Pokemon tool to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a tool. This Pokemon, this card is attached to 30 more damage each to your opponent's active. That's not very good. Doctor. Draw 2 cards. Opponent's at VMAX. Draw 2. Terrible. Pokemon to play. Can't be healed. Who has a Stadium card? I don't know how much healing we have in the new format. It's pretty much... The Scoop Up Net still exists, probably... Cheryl and Scoop Up Net? Oh, this is pretty cool here. Put a base Pokemon for your opponent's discard pile and onto their bench. This is just like... What's that one card? There's like that one card that expanded that does the same thing, and I can't remember what it is right now. But that's always really, really good. Be able to like Echoing Horn, like a Crobat V, and then bring it up to knockout. It's going to be really good. Expedition Uniform. Look at the bottom of the cards from your deck and place them on top of your deck in any order. That's not very good. Damage to your opponent's fire Pokemon increased by 30. Not pretty good. There's a Flannery. Choose a special energy attached to one of your Pokemon. That's not very good either. Search deck for basic Psychic or Psychic Energy will put in your hand. So this is pretty cool because it guarantees you Psychic Energy or Psychic Pokemon, which it seems like Psychic is definitely getting a buff just with that one Psychic Unicorn Ghostwriting guy. If the Pokemon's card statue has Glare in its name, takes 30 less damage. Honey, draw a card for each Pokemon V on your opponent's bench. It could be somewhat decent, because we know Pokemon Vs are going to be everywhere. So we have these gloves that do damage based on like types, and I don't think those are going to get played, like, because they're dead in other matchups. So it's a terrible game unless you can like sideboard gloves. Then it's not good, right? Oh, it's pretty cool. It makes you string your Shiny Pokemon do 21 damage. It could be like a 1-of, then you Eldegoss it back. That'd be pretty nice. Choose choose up to 2 Pokemon and 2 basic energy from discard piles from your opponent put in your hand. That's a cool way to get back cards that we haven't seen in a good minute. Be able to put like basic energy or Pokemon into your hand, and it doesn't say basic Pokemon. That's pretty nice. Attach a water G from just pause one of your Pokemon V and then draw 3 cards. Okay, that's another cool like effect. Like attaching a water drawing cards could be really good, especially if you play that new water Pokemon. Okay. Ooh, so this punishes your opponent if they don't play Psychic Pokemon because they take 2 damage counters. Ooh, that could be really nice. Each player's Pokemon in play with the Roblox has no abilities, so it's going to shut down all abilities. Wait, in play with the Roblox have no abilities. So that's pretty nice. You can shut them down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool card. Because if it's not a Roblox, then they can still use their abilities, right? Okay. Let's see. Discard your hand and search deck for 2 trainer cards. Fill them. Shuffle your deck. Rapid Strike Scroll of the Sky. So we have more of these scroll cards. 10 damage. Attack does 50 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's not very good, unfortunately. I can't remember if the Rapid Strike one was from damage, and that one is better than this one 100% because like that's obviously better. Choose the 2 basic 2 red complete heal 60. I mean it's cool that you can heal up to 60. It's pretty nothing nowadays. 120. This text. Okay, so this just does 120. Seems pretty bad too. That's pretty bad. So both of these like scroll cards are pretty terrible in my eyes. Another gloves gonna be pretty bad. Choose a single strike supporter card from your discard pile and put it into your hand. It's cool because it's a trainer card, so it's like a VS Seeker, but for single strike supporter cards. I don't know what single strike supporter cards we would play. Oh my goodness! Look at all these special energies. Impact energy. This card can only be attacked as single strike Pokemon. This card is attached to the other single strike Pokemon. Discard this card. As long as the card is attached to Pokemon, this card provides every type of energy. Provides 1 energy at a time. If the Pokemon is poison, it is no longer poison. It cannot be poison. All right. Okay, so Editors has commented on this card's translation in regard to whether or not it be possible to impact with Houndoom's BST single strike orbit, and there's no. All the impact energy is a single strike energy. It is not a single strike energy. So yeah, it is not a single strike energy until it's like actually attached to a Pokemon. Is that what it's saying? So that's unfortunate. Lucky energy. Okay, you just draw a card if it's hurt. And there's a spiral, which is for the rapid, of course. As long as this card is attached to Pokemon, this card price, but it cannot be paralyzed. I don't know how much that's going to be a factor. Poison might be somewhat a factor because that new like Galarian Slowpoke VMAX. But look, oh my goodness, guys, I want this card so bad. I want this card so bad. Please, just give me all those cards. There's a Blaziken. There's a Volcanion. Here's the new horse guy. That looks amazing. That looks really cool. That looks really good too. The Zeraora is pretty bomb looking. Zeraora also has like a super full art. It's cool because it's like the Empoleon. Is Empoleon also Rapid Strike? I can't remember, guys. I don't know which one's a Rapid Strike, which one's a Single Strike. That's too much for me to remember. But you can play that with Empoleon and like move the energy. Like if this is like this, if Empoleon's also Rapid Strike, hold on, I gotta look up now. If Empoleon's also that, then you can just move the energies off of it, right? Let's see, Empoleon V. Let's see. He is a Rapid Strike. So pretty cool. So you can move the energy off Empoleon onto this guy because he needs a watercolor. So you can like attach, move the Aurora energy to Zeraora, type a twin energy and attack with this guy. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's like water and lightning playing together, finally. There's a Galarian Rapidash V. Oh, this is what that came out in a promo box. Yeah. Oh, man, that looks pretty cool, too. I just ordered 2 of the boxes because I think it's really good. Another. Okay, so that's cool. Like, they have the regular Galarian Rapidash V and like a promo box, but they also brought 2 more. That's pretty cool. There's the Articuno. It's just a regular. Okay, so they have all these different forms of it. That guy looks really, really cool. I think this is probably my favorite card from the set. Either this or the Zapdos. Because like Zapdos is so like interchangeable, you just like need an Aurora energy. Once again, you can play this with like maybe a toolbox deck with like Zeraora and Polion and something like that with like twin energies and stuff like that. Galarian Zapdos can counter this. Like if this guy gets popular, what's dark? I don't know. We'll find out. What's this guy weak to? Steel. So you know what? None of those typings cover any of those. I was hoping like it was water. Oh, it's weak to lightning. Nope, it's weak to steel because it's ice. I guess. I don't know. But it's cool you can play the Zapdos. It reminds me of Roadrunner. Is that the TV show I'm thinking of? There's Sanacana V. There's Galarian. Oh my goodness, look at that guy. He looks like a boss. Slowking. There's Leopard. Metagross was terrible. Blissey's probably actually like low-key, like probably the best attacker in this set. I think he is, unless I'm crazy. Look at the Tornadus. Oh my goodness. There's a Quellfish. That's Pokemon sponsoring TFK right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You, guys, that's what that is, right? Pokemon saying, hey TFK, we print you a Quellfish, we print you a Shaman, and we put a Quellfish in a Tornadus V card. Yo, that's what that means. It means Pokemon loves TFK, right? Bunch of different supporter cards. I'm trying to make sure that none of these are not... yeah, then we already know that one. Oh, here's the Melanie card that we saw earlier. Oh. Finally found it. I forgot about that card for a second. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Guys, I need every single version of Celebi so I can fill my binder up. Oh, he's got a full-out rainbow. Oh my goodness. This is why the sets are so big, because they have all these like rainbow arts. I'm glad I'm not like a super collector, because that'd be crazy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh my, is this like a super duper secret rare? Is that what that is? Because they already had other forms of it. Look at that guy. He looks pretty cool too. Because they have this one, the regular up there, and then they have, this is why this set's so big. It's not because they have a ton of cards, it's just that they have like a bunch of collector stuff. And then here's this guy. So like, whoa. Whoa, Pokemon really doing it with all these super secret rares. He's got a rainbow form. Is that more rainbow forms? Tornadus has got a rainbow form. Oh my goodness, all the trainers have a rainbow form. Okay, now we're into cards that we didn't talk about at all. Okay, there's an Electrode with Buzz Out Generator. Once during turn before you attack this Pokemon on your bench, you may knock it out and attach 2 lightning energies. It's saying, hey, you know what? Lightning kind of died off with Pikarom, but don't forget about Electrode. Here's a shiny gold card of it. Bronzong and Metaltrans has it. Oh my goodness. Dude, look at this Snorlax. Oh my gosh. It's a golden full art Snorlax. Like, this is already a 4 of in every deck, but now you have a golden full art. So you have the golden, the pre-release, and the regular. So, like, Snorlax is going to be pretty cheap, like, here, coming up pretty soon. Even though it's going to be in like, every deck. Oh, they have new water. They have new energy types. Oh my goodness. Of course, we put these 3. Yeah, so there we go. There's everything from Chiling Rain. I think that's how you say the deck's name. Oh, okay, that's not what I thought it was for a second. It's pretty cool that that's there. We talked about this card, Yeah, we talked about all these cards. It's pretty neat. What is this? A little cling. These fallen cards have been cut out. Okay, we don't care about what cards were cut out. But I really do think, like, is this deck super impactful? Maybe. It's very questionable. I think these little guys would definitely seem like a lot to play. Just be able to have a Psychic Energy and draw 2 cards. It's going to be really low-key busted. I think it's really, really good. I wish Celebi was better. I think Blissey is probably the best card to come out of the set. I mean, it just seems really, really good just to be able to self-accelerate itself. But let me know what you think. What are cards you're excited for Chiling Rain? I talked a little bit about, like, maybe a Empoleon, Zero Aura type of Rapid Strike deck. I also think this card could be somewhat decent. Maybe not so much a standard. Even in standard, it could be good because, like, it has 320 HP, weak to fighting, so it's not too terrible right now with typing coverage. I don't think it is. And then you can play, like, Cheryl to heal it, and you constantly just do, like, 12 damage, 12 damage, 12 damage. It does need a dark and colorless, though, which is the only downside. So you can't Cheryl and do that every single turn, so we'll have to see. Outside of that, I didn't see anything too impactful that I'm aware of right now. Maybe the water type dude could be something good. Also, the Guardian Glade seems somewhat interesting as well, but I don't know because we're playing like a stage 2 of that in line. But this, like, for 2 energies with Frostmoth, And then you can play this other water Pokemon probably. I just don't know them all off the top of my head. And then also this guy being able to do 20 damage. It's going to like, it doesn't seem that much, but I promise that 20 damage is like super relevant going forward. Especially when you just like scoop it back up and then put it back down and do a 20 damage. And then you're doing like an extra 40 to 60 a turn after turn 2, turn 3. It seems really good. But yeah, there's everything from Chiling Rain. Shout out the Poke Beach one more time. Give me all your Celebi Vs and VMAXs and Shaymins. I will take them all for free. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye. Oh, let me know what decks you like, what cards you're excited for, because that's my opinion. What's yours? Alrighty, bye.